Hi, you guys. I just wanted to say thank you again for just being here. Just being. Oh, just being. Not doing anything. So we're not going to do our yoga class today. We are going to be our yoga. Yeah, that's a big shift, isn't it? And that shift can happen in tiny increments. And then sometimes, yeah, we do our yoga. Sometimes when we're learning maybe new postures, yeah, we kind of, oh yeah, where does this go? And where do my arms go? And oh, where is my breath? Oh my gosh. And now I'm thinking of all the things I need to do. And okay, back home to my breath, my center. It takes practice. And that's why I usually call it, yes, the journey. It's a journey. It takes practice. It's an art. Any art form you do is it takes practice. You just don't all of a sudden draw this wonderful painting that's going to be in the museum. No, you practice. You practice the breath. You practice your alignment. You practice focusing inside. You practice letting go. Yeah, so I'm so glad you're here to explore. Yeah. Speaking of journey, it's more like an exploration. Yeah. Where today, with curiosity, can you find a new place to breathe into? I mean, yeah, it's amazing that we just breathe magic. We just breathe normally. And it's amazing that we don't really have to tell ourselves to, oh, inhale. Oh yeah, exhale. Our body does that. That alone, I think, for me anyway, proves just how magical we all are. Yeah. So let's be our yoga. So lying down once again, a wonderful place to shift gears, isn't it? I think so. So let's lie down, knees bent, relaxing the back. The knees are bent, yeah, to relax the back. Also, knees are bent, so your feet, yeah, can connect to earth energy. A nice little wiggle of your spine here. Yeah, maybe a little baby bridge, shall we? Okay, so pressing down into the feet to scoop on up. And exhale to lengthen the spine. Right away, we're into our breath. We're into our connection to the energy of the earth, lengthening out to the crown, out to the tailbone. Our principles are already started. We're already there. It's almost now become, I would say, a habit or a natural way of aligning, of breathing, a natural way of being our yoga. So I invite you to breathe, breathe into this very moment. And as your awareness shifts from the outer world of doing into the inner world of being, our breath kind of naturally slows down. We kind of naturally focus inside. So I invite you to explore inside. Feel the breath as it expands the belly, the middle, the upper torso in all directions. And soften out, exhale, maybe gently out through the mouth in a nice sigh, or out through pursed lips. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Yeah, the inhale brings in the new life force energy that nurtures and heals. Feel this energy become you, healing, nurturing. Then feel the exhale releasing whatever you need to let go of. Yes, toxins, maybe let go of disappointment or confusion. Just let that go too. Yeah, just let it go. And all the things on your to-do list, let it go now. Nothing to do here. Just to be with your breath, be with your body. It's amazing all that's going on. Just in the last minute, your liver purified 64 ounces of your blood. Yeah, didn't even have to tell it what to do. So I invite you now to breathe maybe a little slower, maybe even deeper. Slowly inhale, feel the expansion. And the exhale softens, releases, maybe at a deeper level, any other tension, maybe in your body that you already know that's there. Yeah, let go of the back tension. Any tension in your wrist, let it go, soften. Maybe see in visualization, which we'll talk about next week too, with the third eye, visualizing, although we've talked about visualizing from day one, right? But third eye too helps to bring that to the forefront. But just visualize maybe energy channels in your legs more open, open. Yeah, the energy channels in your back, open, open. And I invite you now, yes, to maybe just bring awareness to how your life is going. And yes, do you feel you have a good support? Do you feel grounded? Stability there. Yeah, security. Yeah. Do you feel like your life is flowing with ease? Do you feel confident? Do you feel like your decision making is done with ease? And do you love unconditionally? Are you able to forgive with ease? Do you have compassion, gratitude? Moving up, yes, to the throat chakra. Do you feel like you speak your truth, walk your talk, as they say, your actions with your words and your thoughts? Do they are all together in your living your truth, being your truth? Yeah, and from the throat chakra, when in balance, when it's vibrating at the appropriate color of blue, it is bringing health to your neck, to your thyroid gland, your parathyroid gland, your jaw, your teeth, your mouth, your upper back, shoulders. So if any tension there, you just might breathe. Maybe then do visualize beautiful blue light shining here. Yeah, other ways, yes, of chanting the word hum, eating blue foods, and I can only think of blueberries. I am wearing a lot of, you probably cannot see from there, but a lot of blue gemstones. Kyanite actually is known, the energy of kyanite is a beautiful blue, but it's known to also balance all your energy centers, your 7 major ones that are housed in your physiology. And blue lace agate that I mentioned yesterday, and solidite that I mentioned yesterday, a little darker of a blue. And also lavender. Oh, my lavender is blooming outside too. It's amazing. If the essential oil of lavender, but also just the scent of it. I think lavender is blooming all over San Diego. It's amazing. Other ways, of course, is our yoga practice, the visualization, the meditation. To speak your truth. And we also, when in balance, we are able to express the thoughts of our mind and the feelings from our heart with ease. Sometimes it's not so easy, as I mentioned yesterday too, to express your feelings or even know what they are know your needs or desires, and also with confidence from the solar plexus chakra to know what they are, and with confidence and with love we then express them. We speak through the words of love. Sometimes our words are not so lovely, have you noticed? And sometimes they are. We speak from the heart, and when you speak from the heart, there's usually, you can feel the tone, or you can hear the tone in people's voices if they truly speak from their heart. Speaking the words are so powerful. I know yesterday I asked you to feel if you said to yourself the word melt for to release tension, or if you said the word soften or release. Maybe there's another word you like to share with the whole class too in our discussion of 1.5, I do believe. Yeah, that you might share what works for you. What word resonates with your body in that letting go department, so to speak. Yeah. Listening is another wonderful attribute of the throat chakra. Some people don't listen. Have you noticed when you talk to them, they're just thinking of something else, or maybe you're the one that's thinking of something else as you listen to hopefully the person you're talking to is speaking from their hearts. So the most wonderful gift you can give to someone is to listen, not to think about what you're going to say next or interrupt. Yeah, just to listen to their whole thought before you jump in. Yeah, listening. So, yep, for your homework, that's one wonderful time I think if you would give to yourself is to listen, to be silent. Now you can do this in different ways. You can take maybe a walk just on your own and just listen. Be silent. Listen to the wind. Listen to the birds. Listen to see how amazing, how much you can hear when you're still in the mind and just listening. You can also listen, inside. And we'll talk more about that too. But there is a wonderful quote from Rumi that says, Rumi is a Persian poet of, many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Wise sage. And he has stated, there's a voice that has no words. Listen. So we listen. For homework too, if you are more apt to not go on that kind of a listening venture, but maybe if you are with other people, sometimes, we're always surrounded with people or something, but no phones, no texting, no emailing, but just listen, not to speak. If you're in, maybe with someone or a group of people, just listen to their words. There are silent retreats. Some people go on silent retreats for weeks, or maybe just a day, or maybe just 2 hours. That's, I think, the retreat I went on a few years ago, it was just, I think, 2 hours in the morning. There was no talking. Yeah, very interesting. So yes, to listen. But another fun way I'd like to maybe share, maybe a homework assignment, is to sing. Use your voice. Yes, use your voice. So please let me know what song you sing, if that suits you. I know we're not graded for this. This is just to experiment. Yes, use your voice. Sing in the shower, sing in your car, or wherever you need to sing. Sing for your neighbor, whatever. Yeah, sing a song. And make one up if you don't know one. And then also listen in the way in which you would like to listen. I guarantee you will feel and know differently from the inside once you do listen and sing a song. When's the last time you sang a song? Yeah, so have fun with that. Absolutely. The throat chakra, speaking our truth, listening to others as they speak from their heart. That's another thing of seeing. We'll talk about next week too, about seeing also with the eyes of love. Speaking, from our hearts. So let's continue to practice in our truth as well. Yeah. A nice stretch, one ready. Yeah, let's take a nice deep breath as you stretch arm and leg. Remember, this could be the same side or the opposite arm and leg. I personally like same side. So I usually say that more often, have you noticed? Yeah. But try a right arm and left leg stretching. How does that feel? Yeah, it might feel a little different, might feel great. But let's go to the other side when ready to do so. Opposite thigh to the chest gives a little more oomph. Have you noticed? Yeah. It's noticing. It's with curiosity. We explore all these little nooks and crannies. A little wiggle room might feel good here too. Yeah. Eventually, both arms, both legs stretch away, circling wrists, circling ankles. And nice yawn. Floating arms and legs up to the sky. Yes. A gentle or vigorous shake. See what's moving up there, what isn't. Yeah, wrist, everything is flipping and flopping. Or your feet, yeah. How are your calves? Are they moving? Or are they held tight as you shake? Yeah, just to notice. Yesterday we did the second Japanese energy generating system practice. That is fingers under the back of your head, elbows straight to the floor. They stay on the floor as much as possible. Legs are stretched, and you just wiggle the elbows up and down, up and down, up and down, and then just let the rest of your body follow. So it's like you're not trying really to move your hips or your legs. It's kind of like when you have, just like this little string, and then it's wibbling and wobbling up above, but the rest of it is following suit. Yeah, so I'm not really moving the end of the tie here, but yeah, it's moving because it's just so loose. Yeah, so that's what we're after here, is just to try to loosen everything else, your spine, your hips, your legs, and just wiggle, yeah, your elbows sliding. They're just sliding on the floor. Nice deep breath. And exhale. Feet and arms back to the earth. Maybe sniff a nice deep breath in. Pause. And exhale out through the mouth or nose. Nice deep breath. When ready, see which thigh your body would like to start with first. Yeah, let's draw that thigh up and over the chest. Stretching your other leg long against the floor. And just breathe and just be here. Be here with your truth, with your foundation strong beneath you, with your confidence, with love in your heart, with acceptance, with courage, with ease. As we continue to cup our hand upon the knee, open the thigh out to the side. Notice what's there tension-wise or not. Maybe, whoa, it's a little more open today. Circling slowly with your hand cupped upon the knee or released, or a little bit of both. Deep breath, reverse the circle. Yeah, notice the lower back, maybe releasing a bit, maybe. Maybe you need to pause the movement. So again, this is all how it feels for you. I'm just reminding you of what we've done so far and see what your body needs. Yeah, that's my job, is to remind you. Yeah, we also did a little erasing movements, or just pause the movement and breathe there. Soften, or is it melt? I remember when my teacher said soften, and it was for the throat too. And I went, oh, that's the word. And you know what? It still is. So when the thigh comes back to the chest, yeah, let's stretch this leg to the sky with a nice ankle rotation. Yes, awaken all those nerve endings, awaken all those little muscles in the feet. Remember, this is a gentle stretch up to the sky. Yeah, your knee can bend, or yeah, we're just getting that ankle free, really, to circle calves and shins. Yeah. Maybe relax the ankle and just crunch and open the toes. Yeah, strengthening your arches, your connection to the earth. And then, yeah, let's stretch the leg a little further, whether you're getting ready to shake it out again. See how your hamstrings feel? Yeah, a little, yeah. I always recommend to shake it out a little bit, or maybe a quick brisk rub, tapping. Bend and straighten the knee, bend and straighten. One of my Qigong teachers, yeah, would bend and straighten, and also the back and the front of the knee. They never would say exactly why per se, but it is increasing energy flow. Absolutely. Ooh, deep tissue massage. I'm kind of partial to this one too. We could spend the whole class just tapping, massaging. Absolutely. But when about ready, yeah, hamstring stretch coming right up. Good old ham. So again, whether you're using a strap or a gentle clasp, remember, we're not pulling, we're not tugging, we're allowing, we're being with the breath, being in this very moment, being mindful, being awake. So I invite you to breathe slow and deep. Notice where your body is resisting, soften there, or melt. Maybe just release or let go. Maybe those are the words that speak to you. But do soften, maybe stretch your supporting leg long. Maybe the leg, you noticed, can come up a little higher, a little longer. Whether you point the foot or flex the foot. I know some of you might be a little more flexible today. Maybe those first two fingers and thumb can clasp around that big toe. Ooh, inhale, exhale. Rotate the knee outward and the leg still straight up. Yeah. Does that feel a little different for the hamstrings? Remember, there's 3 muscle groups there. Or rotate the knee inward. Maybe circle the ankle again. See, whatever feels good. Your body will almost do what it needs. Yeah, if you allow it. And from here, a sit-up posture is going to come about. So yes, do put the supporting foot back to the earth. Wiggle the spine long as you inhale. Exhale into the sit-up pose of strength, of confidence, of courage. Maybe crossing the wrist, feel good as you draw the elbows way out, opening the back of the heart. Maybe the supporting foot can lift, probably maybe supporting leg hover, or maybe the supporting leg could hover a little higher and hover a little lower. But remember, most importantly, that exhale. Well, the inhale is a little important too, of course, because you can't exhale if you don't inhale. Yeah, okay. That's a yoga joke. Today, if you wish, we can do an oblique variation that crosses your opposite hand on the outside of your shin or ankle and cross the torso over. Hover the other arm with an exhale. That might feel good for your obliques. Or we can also hover arms wherever they want to hover. Palms up, palms down. See and feel, yeah, the difference. Whoa. Okay, one more inhale, one more exhale into your courage, awakening it. And then inhale, supporting down. Exhale, roll the back down. And shake out this leg. Let it be as free as can be. Foot back down. Noticing any difference. Just a breath in between. Coming back to kind of like neutral. Yeah, not going forward, not going backward, just neutral, like in a car. You're in neutral. Yeah. And then when ready, shift the support to that foot, that leg, as you draw your second thigh out, up, and draped over. It's almost like here we are taking care of ourselves. Self-care is yeah, most important, because if you don't take care of yourselves, it's kind of difficult to give and take care of others. Maybe stretching again, your supporting leg long, knee toward your head, bottom of the hip joint away from you. Do you feel that? Just even this rather simple posture to feel again that opposite line of energy, just even within the thigh itself. Of course, out through the crown and out through your standing, supporting, I guess I would say, yeah, a foot, a leg, heel, toes, or it might be bent. But once you feel like, okay, I'm letting go now, then cup your hand upon the knee to open out to the side. You feel like you're letting go here, then circle. Your circle could be very slow. I know sometimes I go too fast. I admit, sometimes I do it to get it done. and then I notice. And that's the important part, is to notice, when are you doing your yoga and when are you being your yoga? So we circle, we notice, we feel. What does our body need in this relatively simple posture? Reversing if you haven't already. We're going back to the first direction. And gently thigh drapes back over the chest to stretch the leg up to the sky, circling the ankle joint. The blue sky. Hope we see the blue sky soon. In San Diego at this time, it's a little cloudy. But we know it's always there, right? The blue sky is always there. I was just thinking that too. Sometimes our lives get so crazy and filled and stuff, but we also know that the peace and the calm are always there. We're just clouding it over with all the stuff. Yeah, so we're gonna let the stuff go right now as we circle the other direction if you haven't reversed. How's the back feel today? Yeah, as you circle the ankle. Relax the ankle and just crunch and open the toes. For some reason, my other foot is involved too. You can do both feet at the same time. Yeah, it's okay. It's legal. Yeah. And then when ready, of course, flex. Oh yeah, a little tight here. Shake it all out. Or that quick scrub, just warming it up, just this alone. Or leading then into the tapping front and back of the knee. That suits you. Yeah, even if we were all in person right now, I would see maybe, I don't know, 5 or 10 different variations of the thing. So yeah, do what feels right for you. Maybe it's a little more vigorous of a tap. Maybe it's like a gentle one. Yeah. Ooh, maybe you need to dig deeper into the hamstrings. Remember, if you are massaging, bend the knee and then dig deeper into the muscle fibers, rubbing sideways. And again, this could be the whole class. Oh, ready, hamstring stretch. All right, so get a little comfy here, see where the leg likes to go. Maybe the knee needs to be a little bent today. Remember, be safe. We don't want to stretch the back of the knee where a lot of tendons and ligaments are. We want to stretch the belly of the hamstrings. So I invite you to breathe into the belly of the hamstrings and soften there. See what words speak to you. Okay, yeah, say a few words to yourself on the letting go department and see which ones your body loves. Now maybe a gentle sigh. Stretching the supporting leg gives a little more oomph. See where your gentle clasp is. Or using the strap. Do relax the shoulders. There is a wonderful ripple effect of relaxation here. I might just have to say it again, but as you exhale, I would suggest, maybe exhale out through the mouth and a gentle sigh, and just notice, speaking of jaw and neck from the throat chakra, relax the jaw, relax the neck, so your parathyroid and thyroid gland can function with ease, and notice then how your back can relax and your hamstrings following suit. Or as we've done earlier in the semester, clench your jaw, tighten, clench your teeth, I should say, clench your teeth. Ooh, and then notice your neck and your back and your hamstrings. Not so good. And then exhale, relax the jaw. Notice again. Oh, you might go a little further. And as we did on the first side, a variation is just rotating the outward. It might not go very far, but it might bring a different kind of stretch to your hamstrings. Pointing, flexing, Deep breath, rotation of the knee inward, coming from the hip joint, of course. Turning out, turning in. I know some of you have been dancers or still are dancing. Yes, the turnout. It's very important in dance, especially ballet. So when it does come back up to center, preparing for your sit-up posture, so feel the support of the standing foot, leg, rebound energy out through the crown to begin with on the inhale. We go into the sit-up posture on the exhale. Crossing wrist, reach out through the elbows. Maybe supporting foot lifted, supporting leg hovered. If it is hovering, maybe it feels okay to lift up slowly and exhale, lowering, hovering. Elbows way out to open the back of the heart. As we did on the first side, the oblique variation, hand on the outside of the calf, ankle, and then cross the torso over, other arm hovered. With a vigorous exhale to awaken your inner strength from your core, from your solar plexus, your confidence. Or maybe hover both arms, torso back, center, palms up, palms down, see where they want to hover. Arms reaching to the back, hovering, both of them, gives, I think, the most oomph if needed. One more inhale, one more exhale into the core of your being, into your truth. And then supporting foot down if it was lifted. Inhale, exhale, roll the back down. And just roll the head side to side. Just ease out any neck tension, allowing the throat chakra, the energy here to be more free and open to express our feelings, our thoughts, our personal truths expressed with ease. And then just shake out this leg. Say thank you very much. Both feet down into the bridge posture. Make sure, speaking of neck here, keeping the natural curve to your neck. So feet into the earth, we scoop it on up. Inhale, exhale, lowering slowly. Oh, how does your upper back feel? Mine feels a little tight, and if yours does, would recommend, give yourself a nice hug and just roll up and down between the shoulder blades. Feel the width as well, and the back of the heart where resentment sometimes hides. And when ready, we might do the other variation of self-help here. Knuckles facing upward, hands on the floor, and just lower the pelvis upon the knuckles and roll your knees right or left. Ooh, you might get a nice massage there. You might move the knuckles around, maybe to another place. This could take all the class time too. I know some people put good old tennis balls right there, and because sometimes, as I've mentioned, trigger points are held tight in the buttocks that refer pain to the lower back and to the hip and to the leg too. You can go both ways. Hopefully that feels more free to go into the strengthening phase of the bridge. We lift up higher, Maybe palms rolled up if that feels good. Shoulder blades a little closer together, one and then the other one. Or interlace fingers, chest expansion, heart expansion. For those that want to go further in the leg variations, yeah, you can shift the weight to 1 foot. Yeah, if that feels good, then you can maybe lift that foot off. I need to place my palms down. That gives a little more support, doesn't it? If need be. You can stay in chest expansion arms if you wish. Now you can alternate variations. Maybe then the ankle can go over the knee. I'm going to alternate my variations today. I can breathe here, another breath or two. When ready, yeah, you can alternate to the other side, other ankle over the knee, lift the pelvis. There's a tendency for it to go down. The other variation we did yesterday too is stretch the leg. Thighs are in line here. So the leg is more like 45 degrees, yeah. I'm just taking a breath or two for each variation. You can take longer for more strength, absolutely. But when both feet do return, let's just inhale to lift and slowly lower each vertebra down one by 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 one. How many ones? Oh, I didn't hear you. No, sorry. No, there's 7 cervical that we haven't worked with because we just leave the neck natural, but there's 5 lumbar vertebra and 12 thoracic, right? 12 and 5 is 17. Yeah, and the other 7, 24. But the neck, yeah, is always in its natural curve for the bridge. So let's draw both thighs to the chest. Yeah, so that's a lot of vertebra we just worked with. The 12, this, 17. So a nice circle around, reversing the circle, maybe without the use of your hands, just feel the core engaged again. And yeah, reclining spinal twist. We didn't take yesterday. Let's roll to your side. Reach that top arm further away and walk the fingertips way. The whole arm reaches to the back. We might pause here for a nice side stretch as well. Maybe your other hand can give a little cross fiber to the IT band. Or just rest gently against the outer thigh. Nice deep breath, visualizing opposite lines of energy out through the tailbone, out through the crown. Inhale, and then on the exhale into the deeper spinal twist, reaching the arm back away from the, from the shoulder, in line with the shoulder, a little below or a little bit higher. So the knees and arm back in the focus in opposite lines, tailbone, crown, reaching in opposite energy lines. And where is your breath here? Yeah. Low, middle, upper, rib cage expanding in all directions, internal organs loving this, opening the heart. Yeah, look back over the shoulder, neck. Yeah, stretching a bit here. Any leg variation, maybe crossing just the one knee over gives more spiral if needed. If not needed, bend both knees again, or maybe straighten both legs out in an L shape might feel good. Yeah. Nice deep breath here, and any leg variation or arm variation, maybe palm rolled up, palm rolled down. And when about ready, we're going to inhale the arm up to the sky and exhale over again to the side where we started. And then both knees to the chest, rocking on back in the back, and just get a neutral alignment here. A little rock side to side or a little circle. I always feel like that's kind of nice to do before you go to the other side of twisting, turning. So we're going to go to your other side now. Roll all the way over. Reach your top arm further away. You can actually pull it, clasp the wrist and pull. And then walk the fingertips way back, the whole arm, that is. So we're stretching out of the waist. Internal organs. Yeah, feel your liver. Oh, doesn't your liver love this? Your gallbladder, your ascending colon. Oh, and then exhale again into the full twist. Arm maybe up from the shoulder, a little below, maybe above. Palm up, palm down. See how that feels for your shoulder joint. Yeah. Maybe a little massage for your IT band. Or just let it rest gently. But do relax your jaw, relax your neck, your chest, your heart. Nice deep breath here. Oh, if your knees are to the left, now your liver is nicely stretching and your gallbladder, yeah, and your ascending colon. I think I mentioned that on the first time. Sorry. I know those that are in the healthcare profession, I know you corrected me already. But do breathe. Most importantly, we breathe, we stretch, we breathe, we lengthen, soften, exhale. See where your legs would like to go. Yeah, more spiral, crossing just the top knee over. Or maybe straighten both legs in an L shape. Yeah, if there's room. So we breathe, we soften internal organs, again, loving this. Some are being compressed, some are being stretched. Nice deep breath. In restorative yoga, there's more propping maybe of the arms and the legs, maybe on folded blankets, and we would stay here for another 5 minutes. So if that appeals to you, you might look up restorative yoga. And now we're going to lift the back arm on the inhale to the sky and then exhale all the way over. And then bringing thighs and back to center. Yeah, just a little circle around. Maybe a little rock to and fro. So we're going to bend the knees. Cup behind the knees. Exhale as if you're going to rock back. Kind of like strutting the legs a little straighter and then tucking them in as you inhale, exhale, curving the spine, a little rock and roll, exhale back, inhale forward, exhale, core strong, inhale forward, one more time, exhale, and inhale, lifting up. Nice balance. Oh yeah, nice balance. We can just take the V-sit posture right here and right now. So we're balancing on the tailbone, long spine, reach. I think last time we added a little twist. Inhale, exhale on the twist, reaching to the side, and then inhale, center, exhale, twisting to the other side, and back to center. Another deep breath, maybe stretch a leg or two, or both together. Inhale and exhale into bound angle. Wonderful counter stretch, I would say. So soles of the feet together. Maybe they can come a little closer toward you or a little further away. A little flutter of the knees. Another deep breath to lift tall. We're going to tip the pelvis forward. Long spine until we can't reach any further with the flat back. Then we can let go and relax the shoulders and the head forward. Whether you're clasping ankles or feet, maybe you can reach the arms longer. Maybe your chest is already over to your feet. In either case, we breathe. We go where we feel that resistance, where we cannot go any further in safety, that is. And then we exhale. We soften the edge, in other words. Yes, all the principles, written in the mantra to still apply. Yeah, all the principles. We're letting go of the edge. We're listening to our body's messages and honoring them. Breathing. Let the breath be in charge. Let our mind rest and be. Kind of rolling on up. And just wiggle the legs before you. And coming to a seated posture. Any seated posture that feels good. Very nice neck, stretch. And also for the neck today, some of you are familiar with PNF stretches, proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. They're done, I think, a lot in physical therapy and or personal trainers can also use this technique to actually lengthen and relax muscles. But first they tighten. So they're working. And then as you release the tension, ooh, they tend to enjoy that and stretch with more ease. Takes practice also and within time. So first we're going to lengthen and then exhale, ear to shoulder. And then with your hand on the opposite side of your head, you're going to find a little resistance. So your head is going to go into your hand and your hand into your head, so to speak, not to force it, but just a gentle resistance there. You can feel the muscles working. So we're going to take a deep breath and then hold the breath just gently as you feel the resistance, head into hand, hand into head. And then exhale, relax the resistance. One more time. Inhale, resist, hold breath gently. And exhale. It might stretch a little further, and especially if you reach out through the opposite arm to the floor. You feel that, or just the weight of your hand against the head might help too. And then gently releasing, chin in. And then roll your other ear to the shoulder, hand on the side of the head. We're going to take a deep breath and then resist. Head into hand, hand into head. Not to overpower yourself here. Just again, it's gentle, very gentle. Be careful too if you have any neck issues, be very gentle. And then exhale, let go of the resistance. We're going to take this one more time. Inhale. Hold breath gently, resist, head into hand, hand into head. And exhale, relax. And then a nice rotation. Chin in and down, ear to the shoulder as we inhale. Slowly exhale, lifting the face high to the sky. Inhale, ear to shoulder. And exhale, chin in and down. Nice stretch for your neck, reversing the direction. Inhale, ear to shoulder. Lifting up, lift the heart too. Lift the front of the neck. The face is high. You're not walking it back. You're lifting it up as you look up to the sky. You're not locking your head back. Lifting the head, lengthening to the side. And exhale, chin in and down. And back to center. Thank you. And let's just stretch our legs forward for a nice forward head to knee. So extend one leg out to your front, but pull that hip back to align chest over thigh. And we're going to inhale to lengthen out of the hips. And tipping the pelvis forward, we exhale. Flat back forward, just like we did in bound angle. But until you can't go into a flat back any further, then relax the arm. Relax your mind, relax your shoulders. Pointing foot, flexing foot. Yeah, your other foot is inner thigh. Yeah, you remember. Good. Soften here. Again, close your eyes and just breathe. See where your body is saying, oh, if I could only let go here. If I only felt the breath here. Soften. Or is it melt? Your body likes to hear. Or release, evaporate. Evaporate any tension away. Maybe clasping the foot, crossing the wrists, clasping the sole of the foot. If you're that flexible. Another deep breath here just to let go. And a nice roll up through the spine when ready. Inhaling and exhale to change sides. Ooh, do you notice one leg is a little longer than the other? Do you notice? Okay, let's reverse that. Let's get the other leg long too. So the sole of the foot, yes, is to your inner thigh as much as it can be close to your inner thigh. And your outstretched leg, bring that hip back a bit to align chest over thigh. Inhale to grow taller first. So it's not getting into the posture, but it's aligning first, aligning with your breath, your physical alignment, your energetic alignment, and then exhale. Your exhale will show you where to go. Your body will let you know when to relax the arms, when to relax your shoulders, relaxing your mind. Oh yeah, your mind can relax too. Did they say? Ah, it can. So we soften now. We let go now, we breathe. Where is your body talking to you? And let the breath soften there. Finding a new edge. Pointing foot, flexing foot, clasping the sole of the foot if able, or crossing the wrist, elbows out, and then clasp the sole of the foot, or just even here, elbows out, kind of like in our sit-up posture that we did today with the elbows, yeah, reaching out. Another deep breath, letting go. And when ready, yeah, we're gonna roll on up. And a nice stretch. I almost feel like we need to arch back. Don't you feel after forward folding, exhaling into our forward fold, and a nice inhale into maybe reverse table. Okay. Fingertips pointing toward you or fists. We're going to press down into the feet, lifting on up. Any variation here? Yeah, lifting a foot or just transferring weight, one foot, the other foot. And as we did in bridge, maybe ankle over the knee. Of course, then the other side as well. Spend another few breaths on each of those. And in bridge too, we stretch the legs, thighs together here. It's more parallel to the floor than 45 degrees. And then the other side, of course, deep breath, lift the hips. And then inhale, exhale, tailbone down. And then a counter stretch, just drape the chest over. Nice deep breath. And coming to hands and knees. Hands and knees. I think we have time for the arm and leg balance. Well, it's a little sequence. We'll go over another sequence too of the sun salutation maybe next week. So here is our sequence of sunbird, reaching opposite arm and leg. Core strong here, reaching out off the floor. Press away the floor. Remember, you're supporting your shoulders over your supporting wrist. If wrists are not feeling well, you can come into a fist, thumb forward. Another deep breath, maybe to lift a little higher. Into cat breaths we go. Exhale, elbow, knee, forehead, push away the floor. Inhale, to stretch out through the fingers, out through the toes. Exhale, pull it all in. Navel up and in. Inhale, to stretch into the bow. This is opposite arm and hand reaching toward each other. You may touch, it may not. Inhale to lift. And I'm getting a little cramp there. Nice deep breath. And then release the clasp, hand down into the bow. Forehead is hovered. Elbows bend to the back. You can feel your upper arms against your ribs. And then inhale, exhale, press away the floor. And back to all fours. Other side. Okay. Stretch opposite arm and leg long. Opposite arm and leg reaching out. Opposite lines of energy. Push away the floor. Here the thumb is facing up and the back foot is flexed. Another inhale will lift higher. Exhale into the cat breath. Exhale. Inhale to stretch out through the fingers, out through the toes now. Exhale, pulling it in. Push away, open the upper back. Inhale to stretch way, way around. Clasping foot into the bow. We lift the thigh, lift the heart. Remember, foot is into the hand now. Another inhale. And exhale into the back. Stretch that back leg up a little higher. Hover off the floor. Another inhale. Exhale, press away the floor. And then from here, let's take a low lunge, shall we? Okay, so we're going to bring one foot way forward. You're going to bring fingertips in line with the toes, and then stretch your other leg way back. But keep your front knee right over your ankle. Fingertips in line with toes. And we're going to exhale here. Yeah. Chin down and inhale. Lengthening as if, we're lengthening. The pelvis can rest between the knees. Inhale, lifting the heart, looking upward. Kind of like a cat breath, almost. Yeah, exhale, draw the navel in. Chin in, you can even press away the floor. Sometimes I have to come to my fingertips. Some people actually have to have blocks here. So if your flat hand does not go to the floor, you might think of actually placing in a rolled towel there on either side. That might help, or fingertips. But we inhale, looking upward. Drop the pelvis between the knees. And exhale. Let's change side. So let's bring that foot back and bring your other foot forward. So we're establishing our alignment and fingertips in line with the toes. And yeah, to get more of a stretch, you might have to stretch the back leg back a little further, but keep the knee, front knee over your ankle. And exhale, navel up and in, drop the head as if you're pushing away the floor. Inhale, drop the pelvis between the knees, looking upward. Exhale, navel in, push away. Inhale, let the pelvis lower to the floor as you lift the heart, looking upward. One more time. Okay, exhale. And inhale. That's an inhale. The exhale here is going to bring that foot back into actually a plank. So let's come shoulders right over your wrists. From here, we're going to lower the knees and then lower the chest over. Yeah, your shoulders are in line with your fingertips. Yeah, hips are still up. Have you noticed? Yeah. And then lower the hips. Exhale. From here, we're going to inhale, lengthen into a cobra. Elbows bent, shoulders down, legs are to the floor, looking upward. And exhale, rolling on back down. Maybe we should hit that one more time. So hopefully you can get into, from here, we'll start with a plank. I know some of us need to do a plank with the forward plank with the knees down to begin with, actually. But if you can lift, lift them off. And then here, we are going to lower the knees and then lower the chest. And the chin, hips are still up. And then lower the hips. Stretch the toes. Lengthen out through the crown into cobra. And exhale back down. Another deep breath right here. And then let's push way back into child's pose. Lengthening the spine. Nice deep breath. Whether the knees are together or apart. If they're usually together, you might place them apart more. If they're usually apart, maybe bring them together to feel the difference. Or maybe the arms also back by your sides, palms facing upward, especially if your hips come to your heels. And then gently bringing the hands again right underneath your shoulders. Tuck those toes under. Yep, good old down dog. Could you guess? So let's stretch. Let's bend both knees. to stretch the arms, shoulders away from the ears. Back is long, tailbone reaching toward the ceiling meets the wall. And then walking the dog, a nice stretch from side to side. Inhale, exhale, stretching both heels. And a little challenge of a twist in this posture in downward facing dog is to transfer the weight to one hand so you can lift the other hand off and reach to the outside of your opposite ankle. And we're going to twist to that side with the hip, the waist, the shoulder, the head. And breathe. Still push away the floor with your supporting arm. And then release. Back to all fours. Inhale, exhale. Still push your way. Put the weight on that hand. Other hand lifts if possible. Yeah. Clasp the outside of the ankle and twist to that side. Hip, waist, shoulder, head. Still push away the floor. And then back to all fours. We're going to walk feet into hands, hands into feet for a standing forward fold. Clasping elbows, maybe a gentle sway. And a roll up through the spine. Whether you're walking the hands up or letting them hang, come slowly up to standing. Just, yeah, and if that last spinal twist in down dog did not feel good, what should you do? Now that we're upstanding. But yeah, just attempt it. See, oh yeah, that's gonna work. Oh no, maybe not today. And guess what? Every day is a little different. Have you noticed? Yeah. So if you did it today, that's great. And if not, that's great too. So because you're listening to your body, and that's why I'm saying it's great. Speaking of the words you speak, it is interesting, isn't it? If I said, great, that's great. And then what am I, it's just interesting. Not only the spoken word, but the written word. There's a book by Dr. Emoto, a scientist that did experiments of water. He wrote on a bottle of pure water. He wrote the word hate on it. He froze it, looked under the microscope afterwards, and the crystalline shape of the pure water turned all murky. And it was not crystalline shape like pure water is. And then he had a bottle of polluted water. He wrote the word love on it. He froze it and then looked under the microscope, and the crystalline shapes were beautiful. They were awesome. And kind of proving that, yeah, the power even of the written word is truly amazing. So and then some say those experiments were, that they didn't really happen, or they did, or something. Of course, there's, both sides of the story. But we all know, we feel it. We feel it when people say words to us. Are they from their heart? Are they from love? Or are they from the hate? But yeah. So we feel it. We can feel it. Absolutely. Whether this science experiment proved it or not, I'm not quite sure, because I have read different sides of the story. But yeah, look up that the website that I gave you, and let me know what you think. Yeah, of the power of the words. So let's take a nice, wonderful chest expansion here, shall we? Okay, so let's open the legs wide, speaking of the heart and speaking of the words of love, thinking of the words of love, expressing our true thoughts, our desires, our needs, our wants with ease. Creative expression. So we float the arms. We open wide, exhale, interlacing fingers or using a strap. Lift the heart, lift the arms, squeeze those shoulder blades together. And exhale, hinging at the hip joints. We exhale forward into a forward fold. The knees can bend slightly if that feels better. And hang. Let the head be heavy, tailbone lifting up. And then bending the left knee, right leg straightening. If you need a little more stretch, you can wiggle your right foot out a little bit more to the side. Another breath here. Inhale, center, exhale to the other side. Other knee bending, other leg straightening. Ooh, maybe the arms can lift up higher and overhead. They may even touch the floor behind you. Or I guess it's in front of you. Another breath, gently back to center, coming up to standing. We're going to inhale, press down into the feet, legs stretch, back lifts, heart lifts, arms lift. And exhale, relax the arms down. Release the fingers. Are they floating? They are floating. When energy flows, everything comes with ease. Yeah, so I guess if this happened all the time, so abundantly flowing, we'd be almost floating. I think, good thing there's gravity. So our legs are wide apart here. Maybe the warrior two is in store. Okay, so we're going to turn the toes outward. Heel intersecting the middle of the back arch, warrior two. Nice deep breath here. To float the arms. Are they still floating? Are they still floating? Oh, good. Now, exhale, stretch the legs apart, knee over ankle. Now, is it more of a feel now? Or we might still need to peek down. Yeah. Knee facing second, third toe. And again, we let go here. It's so easy to tense everything, isn't it? Yeah. So no. Our legs are supporting us. They're strengthening. We can let go in the back, truly. Feel the tailbone dropped, crown of the head high. Yeah, everything is working. Of course, we're standing up straight and our arms are against gravity, but actually the energy of the earth can support the arms. Yeah. Soft gaze. And feel the gentleness, but the strength as well. And to lift up into reverse warrior. Oh, because it's such a nice stretch. Maybe underarm wrapping around the waist, palm open. Nice deep breath. Ooh, relax the shoulders. Or maybe lift them up to the ears. Yeah, lift those shoulders up. You feel a little tense there. And then drop the shoulders. Feel the neck longer. Your throat chakra more open to speak your truth. A nice deep breath. From here, today we're going to go into triangle, stretching both legs, both arms. Inhale and exhale. Shift the hips. Reach longer, your whole right side over your right thigh. If this is the side you're doing, touching gently. Stretch up through the top arm. Open the heart. Neck is long. Maybe arm by the ear. Lengthening down through the leg. Another deep breath. Inhale, exhale, pressing down to lift up. And then inhale, reversing the triangle. Inhale and exhale. And actually, let's wiggle the feet back underneath us to feel the difference between our right side and left side. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? So let's open wide again. And again, sometimes week by week, day by day, month by month, year by year, we might open the stride a little wider. And now our other side toes out to 90 degrees from our front, back toes angled inward, heel aligned with middle of arch, level the waist. Just root to the earth. Feeling a little scattered, root to the earth, breathe. Scattered also might be a little solar plexus, yeah, not knowing this way or that way. We're going to float the arms with an inhale and exhale, stretch both legs apart. Remember, if your thigh here is already parallel to the floor, I would not go any wider with the legs. Yeah. And we're gazing softly past the fingertips. Yeah, check your knee alignment there. Good. And then pass the fingertips, we gaze. Drop the tailbone, crown high. Yeah. Feel connected to our Mother Earth. And then the Father Sky as we lift. This is really blending the energies above and below into the heart. Walking fingertips down or wrapping the bottom arm around the waist palm open. Again, relax the shoulders. Sometimes it is to feel the difference, right? If you, oh, this is the tense state. Okay, this is not feeling good. And then relax. Neck is longer now. Another deep breath. And inhale, exhale to stretch both legs, stretch the arms, relax the shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers. Arms, yes, they are still an extension of your heart energy. Inhale, exhale. We're going to shift the hips, right? Feel the crease right into your, most of us, this would be our right hip, reaching the whole side aligned with the thigh. So you can't reach any further. Then just touch gently, not for support, just for guidance. Stretch the top arm high or by the ear. See where it feels good. But do breathe. Legs are strong. Another deep breath. Low, middle, upper. Release. Yeah, as you do exhale, can you reach longer? Yeah, let's do that one again. Inhale. And exhale, reach longer, longest. And then when ready to rise, we inhale and exhale the arm down. We're going to inhale, lifting, reversing the triangle. Send that foot into the earth, down from the waist, up from the waist, and back to center. And just wiggle the feet underneath us. Just for a little qigong bounce. I know, if we didn't do this, you might miss it. You can even go, or maybe hum, for the throat chakra. You feel the buzz again. Energies are moving. And with the breath of joy, we'll come back to the earth to rest, to rejuvenate, to heal. With a sniff in, ready to go. With and you can rise to the toes. Exhale, coming up with a and pausing and pausing and pausing. One more time with the pause, with the pause, with the pause, and all the way down. All the way down. We're going to stretch our legs forward. Another wonderful posture for your neck and throat and heart. Actually, third eye, your whole body really. This fish posture we've done. So we're going to just place the fingertips underneath the hips and then lower to one elbow, lower to the other elbow, and lengthen the heart. Lift the spine, lengthen the neck. So you're not crunching the neck. You can still breathe. Press down in the elbows to lift the heart, shoulders away. I know some of us can stretch one leg up high. You can hold a breath or two, or just maybe one breath. See if it feels good. And other side. You can do it again if you wish. Nice strength in there as we stretch the upper chest. We can strengthen the legs. Keeping in balance. Wait, one more breath into the heart. Long neck. And then exhale, expand both knees. Exhale, chin in, roll the back down, release. Rise to the chest. Nice roll around. Roll around the sacrum. One more shake up to the sky. Or you can actually even take the vibration here too. It's all good. Vibrating, and we're shaking, we're vibrating. The first Japanese energy generating practice. And maybe the second one again too. That would help before relaxation, wouldn't it? Just to wiggle, wiggle and wobble and wiggle. If anybody asked you, what did you do in yoga today? Oh, we wiggled and wobbled and yeah. And wiggled, yeah. So here we are, wibbling and wobbling and wiggling. And then feet and arms return to the earth just for a little more placement, maybe even a little baby bridge just to feel more length. If you need a little pillow or if you're cold, yeah, maybe that blanket or that towel over you. Get comfortable. Place your palms maybe facing upward in the gesture of surrender. Any other little wiggle room, make it your own. Make it your own, absolutely. I do invite you to breathe slow and deep. Maybe a gentle sigh. You're letting go now. It's time for every cell to absorb all the benefits of every posture previously performed, to feel the new energy coming in, to release the old, any other tensions be gone. We breathe in and we breathe out. As we breathe in, we know we breathe in the Buddhist meditation. We breathe out and we know we breathe out. As we breathe in love, peace. As we breathe out love, peace. We breathe it in and we extend it out into the world. Taking another moment. Taking a body scan now as we relax our face more deeply. Your jaw, your neck, your throat, beautiful blue light glowing here. Bringing in the attributes of speaking your truth, of listening, creatively expressing yourself with ease, with joy, with love. Feeling your shoulders more relaxed now. Your arms, your fingers, an extension of your heart energy. Feeling your back breathe. Yeah, feel the lower back expanding, the middle, the upper. And feel it softening as you exhale. You're letting go now of all that you don't need, of all that does not serve you. Yeah, now the exhale is letting go of the tension more deeply. Feel the belly rise, the middle, your upper chest, your heart expanding. And exhaling away again, any tension. Just let every cell remember the more healthy state of being. For that's your natural state. Allow every cell to remember. Relax the pelvis now. Pelvis resting, right side, left side. And when the pelvis relaxes, yeah, the hips can be more free. And energy can flow with more ease. Yeah, relaxing your thighs that we've stretched and strengthened. Feel your kneecaps just floating inside. Deep breath in. Exhale down to your calf muscles, your shins. Let them relax now, soften, melt. Ankles free. Toes. Feet. Yeah. every cell, from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head, resting in the stillness where all health and well-being is restored with ease, with grace, with comfort, with joy. I invite you to breathe. Breathe into your truth. Breathe into the beingness that you are. Another breath. Just to feel every cell alive and well, more at peace, more calm. And just feel the breath bringing you now into that state at another deeper level of being. Being in the moment, being with your breath. Allowing every cell to remember a more relaxed way of being. And awakening gently. Yeah. As we wiggle our fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles, stretching arms and legs, awakening into a new moment and another new moment. Yeah, a little roll either to the right or to the left. Remember, right if you need a little more peace, calm, need a little more energy, I would roll to the left, curl up. And when ready, yes, coming to your seated posture for one more breath to send us off on our way. So tailbone rooted, crown high. Do you feel, ooh, you might even feel a little longer. Yeah, so we scoop the energy on the inhale from the earth and around us and above us. Palms united, exhale, bringing it all back home to the heart. I thank you and namaste. So continue to be in this moment. Notice when you're not. Yeah, I thank you. Any questions, do let me know. And again, namaste.